They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison. First by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name? Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me. Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the Census office.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where. Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Your papers, please. I am Celis Gravius, and Knight-Errant of the Imperial Legion. This package came with the news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Cosades in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Cosades. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. Report to Caius Cosades in Balmora. I can't tell you where to find him, but you are to go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for him. Someone there can direct you to him. Balmora is north of Seyda Neen. The road passes Pelagiad Village and Fort Pelagiad, crosses a deep ravine, passes Fort Moonmoth, then turns west across the Odai River and into Balmora. The South Wall Corner Club is in southeast Balmora on the east side of the river. For more detailed directions, talk to Elone the scout at Aril's Trade House here in Seyda Neen. But take my advice. You're new here. Take the Silt Strider to Balmora. Fast, cheap, safe. Cross the bridge and head east. Can't miss it. Silt Striders carry passengers and cargo between settlements on Vardenfell. Fares depend on distance to be traveled. Silt Striders are giant insects. A compartment for passengers and cargo is hollowed from the creature's shell. The driver directs the beast by directly manipulating exposed organs and tissues. Silt Striders travel between Aldruin, Balmora, Seyda Neen, Suran, Gnesis, Molag Mar, Margan, and North Landing near Vivek. I am a knight-errant of the Order of Ebonheart, and an Imperial emissary attached to the Census and Excise Office here in Seyda Neen. I'm proud to be an Imperial. Through our legions and rule of law, we've brought peace and civilization to the provinces of Tamriel. Yes, Uriel Septim is still the Emperor. According to my instructions, he personally authorized your release from prison and your delivery here. It's all very mysterious, but that's the way the Empire works. Silence, secrecy. Let not the left hand know what the right hand is doing. You know your duties. Take that package to Caius Cosades in Balmora.
Are you the one that boat dropped off? Odd to see a boat arrive at that time of the day. Hope the Imperials treated you okay. I swear they took my ring. I swear one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring, family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? You found it! Amazing! Thank you, thank you. You are now my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Aril, who runs the trade house here. Go see him. He'll be happy to see you now. Yes, thank you for finding it. Those guards better look out! Yes, thank you for finding it. Those guards better look out!
Yes, what do you want? If you're looking to get out of Seyda Neen, I'll be happy to give you a little advice. New here? Take the Silt Strider to Vivek or Balmora. Fast and cheap, no trouble with wild animals, and smugglers and bandits, and outlaws. Go see Darva Mechlaren over at the Strider Port, over the bridge and east along the water, and tell her Vodunius Nucius sent you. I am Vodunius Nucius, Commoner. Our civilization has brought peace and prosperity to all Tamriel. We place our faith in hard work, education, and discipline. We prefer free trade and diplomacy, but are not ashamed to use force. I am Vodunius Nucius, Commoner.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need? I am Indrela Rathryan, commoner. I've been told that the Empire has granted a new charter to do some mining on the island of Solstheim. Why anyone would want to go there is beyond me. I don't mind. Always happy to help someone like you. What's on your mind? I am Indrela Rathryan, commoner. Some rough customers come into town now and then for supplies. I think they might be smugglers and bandits holed up locally. Be doing a public service to clean them up, and might find yourself some nice loot in the bargain. Red Mountain is the great volcano in the center of Vardenfell Island. The crater of Red Mountain is called the Dagoth-Ur region, where Dagoth-Ur and his evil servants dwell. The tribunal built the ghost fence around Red Mountain to imprison Dagoth-Ur and his servants, and to protect Morrowind from the blight storms that issue from Dagoth-Ur's crater. Dagoth-Ur is the evil immortal enemy of the tribunal temple cult. The temple holds Dagoth-Ur and his hosts accountable for all the evils that beset the Dunmer and Morrowind. Dagoth-Ur dwells in fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin called ash vampires and by legions of deformed monsters. Our practice of binding our dead to protect sacred and family property is our right, and protected by temple and imperial law. We are the dark-skinned, red-eyed elven people of Morrowind. The Westerners call us Dark Elves, but we prefer to call ourselves Dunmer.
Welcome to Aril's Trade House. I'm Aril, publican and proprietor. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. You're a new face here. If you want to buy from me, you have to barter. If you want a little advice, free to new customers, just ask. Would you like to hear about our most popular potions, our most popular scrolls? Cure common disease and cure blight disease potions are most popular with travelers. Fortify strength, endurance, speed, agility are very helpful in combat. Fortify personality is popular with merchants and shy persons. Of course, Fortify fatigue keeps you fighting at your best. Restore health and restore fatigue are perhaps our most popular items, and for a short burst of power during a fight, you can't beat Grief, Shane, Flynn, Mazte, and Sujama. Vigor and Vitality are our best-selling bargain items, restoring fatigue and health respectively. Almcivi Intervention and Divine Intervention transport you instantly to the nearest temple or nearest Imperial Shrine, good for routine or emergency transportation. Heartwise helps with persuasion. Summons Skeletal Minion brings help in a jiffy. And Drathus's Winter Guest does a lot of damage at a touch. Handy to whittle a too-tough opponent down to size. Practice on creatures and outlaws, and anyone who attacks you first. When in doubt, run away. And if you attack a citizen by accident, don't kill him. Turn yourself into a guard, pay your fine, and clear your name, or people will treat you like an outlaw. I heard that Hriskar upstairs is having some financial troubles. Can't seem to win a wager these days.
Is there something I can do for you? So, you're new to Seyda, Neen, and you'd like some help finding your way around. Very sensible. Go ahead, ask away. Looking for services? Some specific place? Someone in particular? Just need a little advice? Whatever it is, I'd be happy to help. I am Tolvis Othralin, commoner. Get food and sundries from Aril's trade house. That's also where you'll find anyone who offers training. Not much else in the way of services in this damp little squat. Not much here. Aril's trade house, the Census and Excise offices, that's the Coast Guard too, and a lighthouse, and that's it. Silt Strider service goes to Vivek, Balmora, Nessus, and Suran. The road goes north past Pelagiad to Balmora, and east to Vivek and southeast to Ebonheart. The Altmer Aril runs Aril's trade house. Secutius Ergala is the chief agent at the Census and Excise offices. Some rough customers come into town now and then for supplies. I think they might be smugglers and bandits holed up locally. Be doing a public service to clean them up, and might find yourself some nice loot in the bargain.
What's this all about? Head on.
Yes, Outlander.
What's your story?
What do you want?
You want something, friend?
What
Go
say
ahead.
you?
You're not interrupting anything. I'm alone. Scout. You need directions. Pelagiad, Balmora, Caldera, Ebonheart, Vivek. Balmora is the district seat of House Hlalu and the largest settlement on Vardenfell after Vivek City. Good roads lead north from here to Balmora, passing through Fort Pelagiad and Pelagiad Village. From Balmora, roads lead north to Aldrun through the town of Caldera. Maybe I'd better write down the directions to Balmora for you. It's a long walk and a little confusing. All right, I'll repeat what I said, but pay attention. Balmora is the district seat of House Hlalu and the largest settlement on Vardenfell after Vivek City. Good roads lead north from here to Balmora, passing Fort Pelagiad and Pelagiad Village. From Balmora, roads lead north to Aldrun through the town of Caldera. Pelagiad is a newly chartered imperial village on the road north from Vivek to Balmora, right on the western edge of the Ascadian Isles region. The village is right outside the Imperial Legion garrison at Fort Pelagiad. The houses and shops are built in the Western Imperial style, and Pelagiad looks more like a village in the Western Empire than a Morrowind settlement. Vivek City is south on the road from Pelagiad. Vivek is the largest settlement on Vardenfell and one of the largest cities in the east. Built on Norvane Bay, completely surrounded by water, the city itself is a group of giant town-sized buildings called cantons. The High Fane and the Palace of Vivek are visited by hundreds of tourists and pilgrims daily. Outlanders mostly confine themselves to the foreign canton, while natives live, work, and shop in the great house compounds and residential cantons. Pelagiad is the next town up the road. Cross the bridge out of town and just stay on the road. From Pelagiad, take the road north to Balmora and Caldera or east to Ebonheart and Vivek. If you have the cash and are in a hurry or afraid of getting lost, take the Silt Strider to Balmora or Vivek. Speak to Darvami Hlaren at the Silt Strider landing, across the bridge and south along the shore. And if you plan to travel widely, get a copy of Guide to Vardenfell from Aril. It's got maps. Vardenfell district is the island of Vardenfell surrounded by the inland sea. Vardenfell is known for its giant volcano Red Mountain and its foul ash wastes. Caldera is a recently chartered imperial town and mining corporation north of Balmora on the road to Aldrun. The Caldera Mining Company has been granted an imperial monopoly to remove raw ebony from the rich deposits here. Caldera is a new town, recently built in the Western imperial style, and most of the citizens are outlanders and new colonists. You must have been misinformed. I don't offer services to the public.
You're new to Seyda Neen, right? I'm Raflod the Braggart. I'm sure you have questions. Go ahead, ask. I have plenty of time. I'm Raflod the Braggart. I do a little of this, a little of that. I'm Raflod the Braggart. I do a little of this, a little of that. The Bitter Coast is also called the Smuggler's Coast. Hidden coves and islands are handy for smugglers, and the frequent rain and fog hide small boats from excise cutters. Vardenfell has 9 regions, each with their own plants and terrain. They're called the Ascadian Isles, the Ashlands, Azura's Coast, the Bitter Coast, the Grayslands, Molag Amur, Red Mountain, West Gash, and Sheogorad. A friend of mine says you have to visit the House of Earthly Delights in Suran. Noble families often aren't around to watch their manners, so they lock everything up. This makes them a wonderful opportunity to practice your skill at picking locks in the privacy of someone else's house. And of course, don't neglect to check the contents of that chest after you pick it. Most visitors from the Empire make landfall at the port of Seyda Neen, where they are processed by the Imperial Census and Excise Commission agents of the Coast Guard station. Sheogorad is largely hostile and uninhabited, with 2 small villages at Aldredania and Dagonfell. Only recently open to settlement and trade, most of Vardenfell's population is confined to the relatively hospitable west and southwest coast, centered around the ancient city of Vivek and the old Great House district centers at Balmora, Aldrun, and Sadrith Mora. You look like you could use a friend, Outlander. Perhaps I can be your friend. I'd like you to help me recover some gold. I know the little fetcher's got one somewhere in town, just not sure where yet. I've already gone through his whole house, so I know he's not hiding it there. I'd like you to find out where he's stashing his gold. If you can, I'll give you a share of the wealth. Are you up for it? Excellent. Here's what I want you to do. I'm not sure where he goes, but I know he wanders around town at night. Watch his movements. The best vantage point is on top of the lighthouse south of town. That will give you a nice view of all of Seyda Neen. If you keep an eye on where he goes, I'm sure you'll be able to figure out where he's hiding that gold. What say you?
Is that so? You're new to Seyda Neen, and you'd like some help finding your way around. Very sensible. Go ahead. Ask away. Looking for services? Some specific place? Someone in particular? Just need a little advice? Whatever it is, I'd be happy to help. I am Tandra Mandolin, Bard. Well, most Outlanders stick close to the Imperial Guilds and the Legions, but you might consider service in one of the Dunmer Great Houses. They aren't real fond of Outlanders, and you have to look around hard for a patron, someone who'll speak for you, help you advance to the higher ranks. But the Great Houses are where the real opportunities are. House Hlalu and House Redoran are pretty reasonable. House Telvanni, the Wizard House, they're another story. I am a bard. As an entertainer, I share songs and stories with patrons and peasants. As a scholar, I travel the world, speaking with people and learning the lessons of history and human nature. And because a good bard must experience adventure at first hand in order to present its drama effectively, I have learned to defend myself with the noble tools of medium armor and long blade, and have mastered minor mysteries of alchemy, enchantment, and illusion.
Yes, Dunmer? I am Albesius Cololius, Battle Mage. You'll be looking for better armor and a decent weapon. Let me make a suggestion. A lot of people out there are wearing very nice armor and carrying very nice weapons. You don't want to go taking those things from honest citizens because you'll end up doing hard labor. But if you happen to find some outlaws wearing nice armor and carrying nice weapons, well, the bailiffs don't mind at all if you knock them over the head and take their stuff. If you're thinking of traveling up country near Sheogorad, or out Molag Amur way, or inside the Ghost Fence, you need to know about Corpus. It's a disease that turns normal creatures into beasts, turns men into twisted, mad lumps of flesh, superhumanly strong and full of hatred. You get Corpus from fighting with diseased creatures. It's hard to get Corpus, but harder to get rid of it. In fact, I hear there is no cure. I am a battle mage. Though arrayed as a Western knight with heavy armor, axes, and long blades, my primary training is in the College of Alteration, the College of Destruction, and the College of Conjuration. To round out my education, I have mastered enchantments and alchemy. Potions made through alchemy or purchased from alchemists grant me the magics of the Restoration, Mysticism, and Illusion colleges. And can there be any more terrible master of the science of war than a battle mage? I think not. You want something, friend?
How interesting. A tourist. I haven't seen your face before. Would you like a little advice? Or are you looking for someone in particular? You look like you can take care of yourself. Then why don't you do something about those smugglers in Adamasata's cave? It's right over there near the Silt Strider port. Yet these guards, look at them, just strutting around. Someone must have paid them to ignore the smuggling going on here.
You want something, friend?
So, you're new to Seyda, Neen, and you'd like some help finding your way around. Very sensible. Go ahead, ask away. Looking for services? Some specific place? Someone in particular? Just need a little advice? Whatever it is, I'd be happy to help. I am Teleri Helvi, commoner. Stay away from the mud crabs, swamp fever, or join the Tribunal Temple. Initiates get free cure disease at the shrines. The Altmer Aril runs Aril's trade house. Secutius Ergala is the chief agent at the Census and Excise offices. Is there something you need? Good to see you. I hope I see you well. I am Indrela Rathryan, commoner. I've been told that the Empire has granted a new charter to do some mining on the island of Solstheim. Why anyone would want to go there is beyond me. Necromancy is both illegal and utterly evil according to our custom and religion. Necromancy is both illegal and utterly evil according to our custom and religion. Is there something I can do for you?